conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. It's complete to the left. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. It becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. Coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? Comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Offense changing the play. Second down, they'll go to the air. This time it's complete. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to first down. Georgia going up tempo.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Brought down by the defense as he barreled forward for a pickup of 9.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
He'll try it again. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up. And now you're having to probably dial up the throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
How aggressive might this play call be on third and short from the 46? Pulls and fires complete. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs obviously with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you've played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment like Run Lindsey Run in 1980, which was a third and long in their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
Well, it feels like everybody else on offense has been getting some in the passing game this drive. Finally, they get the tight end going, too. He's like, dude, I'm good, and I'm open. Throw me the ball. That's exactly where the quarterback goes. He's feeling it right now. He's distributing the football to a bunch of different people. The defense right now, they have no idea who's getting it next.
Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. Pick up a 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run it. It's Phillips. Might have a chance. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. The Bulldogs want to crank the tempo. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
Looking for just 1 more yard in 2nd and goal. He's going for the goal line. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Georgia!
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punch him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard punt. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
It's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. That's reeled in. It's Singleton. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Complete out left to Wilson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. What do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
And the Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pryor. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. pick up just a few on that completion.
A great job on the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. That pass is incomplete.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. Deep in his own territory as he reels in that punt. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I don't think the receiver was expecting that much heat on that throw. He came out of his break, and it's almost as if he thought the quarterback was going to take a bit off of it and give him a chance, but he had no shot on that accomplishment.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Got it in the middle. It's Phillips. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Scares his back. Big play on that one as he works his way all the way to the 28-yard line. The Dogs will hustle to the line.
And another big play for this offense. How about this offense coming out on fire, throwing the football all over the yard, making big plays? This is a tough unit to stop this defense. They better find some answers, or he's going to throw for more yards in this game than he ever has.
To the air on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. Floyd's pressure on the right. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we've played 1 quarter. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Hauls it in. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Frazier. He's it. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. And he rolls out of the house. Touchdown, Dogs! The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns.
On that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat, and down he goes.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
And the Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass. Fires downfield. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Intercepted, and he's got a convoy with him. Touchdown, Bulldog. The defense takes matters into its own hands. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field. This linebacker, he is so good in coverage. Reading the quarterback's eyes, he'll make you pay. Did right there with that pick six.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Wants to throw on first down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. David, as a Georgia legend, when I say Florida, what comes to mind?
I mean, that's the easiest question you've asked me yet. I mean, there's nothing that I ever liked or enjoyed about the Florida Gators, just playing in that rivalry. You know, it's not a neutral site, by the way. It's in Jacksonville, Florida. Like, that's not neutral. It's way closer to Florida. It's way closer to Florida fans. But this rivalry, I'm telling you, every single year, that was number one team you wanted to beat.
Second down, he'll throw it. They get him a rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's a passing situation. Man, you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The Gators line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
To throw, it's Stockton. Firing to the right, complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Might be calling a hot route. Off the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Georgia lining up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. A low line drive and short kick. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Oh, he's got some space. It's a runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front to go get positive yardage.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. The run inside. It's Pryor. Got a little grass. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards of power. But you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football, and that's okay. You'll take some of these, but if they start to add them down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Now they're going to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Singleton. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the 1st down.
And I think with Florida, man, it's all about the quarterback position. When it was rolling at its peak, right, it was Jesse Paul. That guy was pretty good too. But, like, finding that guy that can make the plays. I think bringing in Buster Faulkner is a big deal. They'll have a great offensive identity. But, Palmer, Florida's good when they got the trigger man.
Well, the good news is they didn't have to leave the U.S. border to find the next guy like they did way back in the day. But you're right. I think Buster Faulkner really is the key. I thought one of the big moves for John Sumrall in the offseason was bringing in Faulkner as his offensive coordinator. One of the most difficult coordinators to defend. You ask any D coordinator in the country, and he always seems to get the best out of his quarterback. So they had a guy in DJ Lagway. They had really high hopes. Things didn't work out. He moves on to Baylor. This is a critical spot. How quickly this new quarterback can get on the same page as his play caller, that's critical for their success. I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Singleton. He's close to the 1st down, and they're going to mark him just a little short. The Gators in the hurry-up. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Touchdown, Gator. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
This is a receiver that is so good at running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of his route because he doesn't peek. He doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and then take it into the end zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Breaks into the open. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. Maybe some room here. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Got it behind the line. It's Frazier.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Complete to Williams over the middle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll give to Frazier. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Timeout called by the Bulldogs as their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Sure hands, it's Humphries. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Running inside, it's Frazier. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldog!
Man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive with a pass. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now while they're trailing at the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's effective. He has not looked very accurate moving forward. The pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Second and 10. He'll throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
They make the play, force a fourth down, but they're out of timeouts, can't stop the clock.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Handoff for Frazier.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half, so they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit.
Oh, it's a fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Snags it, and there's running room. And the return team was not on high alert, and they pay for it. The fake picks up the first down. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with the Oklahoma State Cowboys taking on the number 14 team, the Iowa State Cyclones. And it's Oklahoma State on top right now as they look to move to 6-2. We've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly from this group, and yet here they are, very much in the mix in their league. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC.
They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Turning it on. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense. But coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out of their own 37.
Man, as a defense, your eyeballs get so big when that QB takes off and runs. And what great effort by the quarterback to lay out, but the defense does a great job of getting to him, getting him on the ground, stopping him short.
And the Gators will have it 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pryor.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They beat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Keep it on the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's complete on the right side. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them. They're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. The run inside. It's Montgomery.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Gators decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Finds the tight end. Excellent discipline by this defense. They keep everything in front of him, and they make the big 4th down stop.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They're ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming
Makes it past the marker. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead, and now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed, so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, quarterback making good decisions. It is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Here's a give to Frazier. Maybe a crease. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Holds and fires complete to the right. Runs through a man. He might have some space. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw. He had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Handoff for Frazier. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! There is little the Dogs enjoy more than sticking it to the Gators, and boy, are they doing it right now.
Yeah, taking care of business. And listen, Georgia prides itself on being a physical unit. Every year, they're going to just pound you, bludgeon you. And Florida has had no response, just like in the last several games in this series. Georgia's just, they got the upper hand.
Georgia's always had talented teams. Certainly they were very talented back in the day when I played them. The program was in a great place. But because of recent success, they're just at a different level now. What they're recruiting, what the expectations are, and they're really showing that here in the second half.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Dahl. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out, they're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And we talked about this guy coming in the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession. The offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the middle. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on fourth down. They'll go for the hat trick. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. It's Humphries. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert and keep this drive going.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Here's a give to Frazier. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Frazier again. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
On third down, here's Frazier. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again. So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were in the last 4 games.
They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance, and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the 1st down.
Georgia going back to work with another 1st down. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's a little room there. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldog! And they take it in for 6 more points. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Running inside. It's Clark. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 after the 29. To pass. Sends it downfield. It's caught. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Handoff for Ball. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
And man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting the drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. He goes right back to the air. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the backboard to save that sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try, right? Give the offense credit. You're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit. spirit, just not enough of that today.
Motion from the back. Second down, they'll go to the air. Wilson open on the right side. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
He wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous part. A late touchdown. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
Bringing it out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. As Florida fans like to say, come on, Gators, get up and go. And they're starting to go and run away from the Dogs.
It's great to be a Florida Gator. The Gators showing off the speed now, running away with this thing in the second half. You're just seeing all the talent that they've been able to recruit down in Gainesville.
Yeah, they've been recruiting talent. You think about Steve Spurrier, had such a great run with Florida as a head coach. They're taking care of business today. They're not making this look like much of a rival.
He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll move the tight end. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Wants to fire on second down. Rushes on him. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
But trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. Soft spot in the middle. Running through contact. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Going to the run, it's Ball. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game.
First down and goal. I mentioned the percentages are really high for running, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Sets up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the offense inches it a little closer with the help of the half the distance to the goal penalty. They've gotten right on the cusp of the end zone. They still need 2 yards. Will they try to bang it in with a run or go over the top? 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Snap in the shotgun. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Handoff for Frazier. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. There he goes. He's at the 10. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played the echo of the whistle, and they did that with a ceiling touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rome, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA.